Welcome back to Ryan Sky's page on YouTube. Today we are doing a silk press. I hope you all learned something new, maybe a new technique, a new product, something. But big disclaimer, my hair is a mess and I hate that I even showed up in this video, but since I do have to explain away my hair, it's a mess. Anyway, back to what we're doing today. And I'm getting into a silk press, at least my technique of doing the silk press. I start with a good blow dry using a Denman. I love the Denman brush. I think it pulls the root out, especially on natural girls. It gives you that tension you need to pull that root out a little bit straighter. And it also reduces damage and is a great detangler for natural curly girls. So I'm using my Denman. I'm blow drying her pretty straight. This is a pretty regular client. She does come a little bit more spaced out, so her trims are spaced out. As you can see, her hair is a little bit damaged. I'm just showing you guys the Loma hair oil I use when I press out my clients. I absolutely love Loma. But anyway, her hair is just a little bit damaged. She has some uneven ends, some definitely some split ends. So we're going to even that out and clean up her ends, giving her a healthy trim. So right now I am pressing her straight prior to trimming her hair. I like to press my clients straight if that's the way they're going to be wearing their hair anyway, before I trim their hair. Just gives it a little bit more of an accurate trim and allows you to get a nice even cut. She is much more damaged in the center, probably from wearing ponytails and different styling techniques that she's been using. So we're going to have to even her out. I don't even her out as much as I want to because not all clients are ready for that. But I take off as much as I can while still leaving her some length. Eventually, she will have to get those split ends removed in order to have a nice, healthy cut. So I want to finish out pressing her hair straight. After that, I'll go into her trim. I finished up with her straightening. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into her trim. And as you can see, her hair is pretty uneven. So we're going to go ahead and remove those dead ends and even out her hair quite a bit. Again, probably not as much as it needs to be evened out, but it'll be a lot better than what it is. She has a beautiful head of hair, so it's going to be even more beautiful once we go ahead and remove those dead ends. And ladies, it allows for movement once you remove your split ends. It also allows for length retention. So it stops the split ends from going ahead and splitting up the hair shaft. As long as you have split ends, it's going to continue to split up the hair shaft, and that hair strand is going to break off. So either way, whether you cut it off or it breaks off, you will not have those split ends. So it's best to just get rid of it and cut it off. Okay, another disclaimer. I promise I'll get better at these videos. I need to, first of all, put it in landscape mode, which I didn't do. So I'm sorry if it's a little bit far away or seems a little bit far away, but I hope you guys can get a good idea of what's going on here. So we finished up her trim and we've gotten rid of most of her split ends and we've evened it out quite a bit. However, she will probably have to have like another half inch or so removed to really tap into that damage that she has in the center back area of her head. But for the most part, it's much, much better. So now I'm going to go back in and curl her hair. And I'm taking big sections, big chunks of hair because I really am just adding the curls for body purpose and not to actually leave her hair curled. Using a different iron. This is one of my favorite irons to curl with because it just gives enough body and not such a tight curl. So I really just want the body. So I'm taking big sections, big chunks of hair. I'm going to go through and curl her hair really quickly before I wrap it. So now I'm done with the curling part and I'm going to go ahead and do just another squirt of my oil. And that's just because before I go brushing through her curls, I want to make sure I'm not causing any damage. So it's a nice smooth transition. And as I wrap it, it also adds for a nice finish. It's not a heavy oil. You never want to use a really heavy oil if you're doing a wash and press or a silk press. You want to use something lightweight, but that actually gives shine and moisturizes and penetrates. So whatever that is for you, you want to use that before you brush out the curls and proceed to wrap the hair. And what I do is I normally use like the duckbill clips to hold it in place until I put the plastic wrap on around her wrap, and then I slide the duck clips out because I don't want them to cause dents in her wrap as she goes underneath the dryer. So this is the fun part. You go ahead and wrap. I use saran wrap or cling wrap, and you wrap it around. It clings to itself. I don't do it really, really tight, but tight enough to hold it in place. I don't need it really, really tight. I just want it tight enough to hold it in place and kind of stretch out the curls that I just put in her head just a little bit so that when I brush it down, I get the body that I'm looking for and the flow that I'm looking for. So if you can understand what I'm saying, just tight enough, not like extremely tight. And my clients always help. And then I'm going to go ahead and slide those clips out. So this is the unwrap, guys. I'm going to go ahead and brush down after she's been under the dryer with her saran wrap, and her curls have now relaxed. And I want to get the beautiful finished look that I'm looking for. And I'm going to go ahead and brush her down using my Denman. And then just kind of feather through her curls and place them. And of course, when she goes home and wraps it at night, In the morning, it'll be even more beautiful. And we're all done, guys. I really, really am in love with silk wraps. I think it gives the hair like that bedhead messy, not so perfect, kind of fluffy, body feel beautiful, kind of flowy curls and wraps. And I love that. I live for soft hair. I do not like perfectly placed hair. I love fun, messy, fluffy, flowy hair. So I love a silk press. This is the finished product. Hope you guys learned something. I hope you guys love it. Please subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at Ryan Sky Hair and Beauty, or Beauty and Hair. I can't really remember. But follow us on Instagram, subscribe, and like the video. Share, do all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.